I'd like to call the June 4th meeting of Benton Harbor's Planning Commission to order. City Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Adams,
Present.
Commissioner Archibald,
Present.
Commissioner Bell, Commissioner Henry, Commissioner Hensel,
Present.
Commissioner Marshall, Manager Little,
Yes.
Mayor Mohammed, Chairman Reed.
Present.
You have a quorum.
At this time, I would like a motion to approve the agenda.
I move that we approve the agenda. Support.
Motion made by Commissioner Marshall, supported by Commissioner Adams. Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Hensel,
Yes.
Commissioner Marshall,
Yes.
Manager Little,
Yes.
Commissioner Adams,
Yes.
Commissioner Archibald,
Yes.
Chairman Reed.
Yes.
Motion carried.
This time, I'd like to approval of the minutes. Are there any additions, changes, or additions? May 7th. Motion made by Commissioner Archibald, supported by Commissioner Marshall. Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Hensel,
Yes.
Commissioner Marshall,
Yes.
Manager Little,
Yes.
Commissioner Adams,
Yes.
Commissioner Archibald,
Yes.
Chairman Reed.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I'd like to open up the meeting for any public comment. Hearing that, I would like to close that portion of our meeting and move on to new business. Before we can entertain the site plan review, there's information that we need to have clarified. So we're going to ask that we have a legal opinion before we proceed with this site plan review. All parties involved have agreed that that would be satisfactory. So with the approval of the commissioners, are you willing to withdraw this and we meet again in a special meeting after the legal opinion has been made? Yes. Okay. You don't have any questions about what we are going to do here? We're not going to have a site plan review today. We want to get a legal opinion as to whether or not the planned unit development is required. So, since all of the people involved here are in agreement that they will come back, then we can move on this.
Okay, I guess my only question would be, Chairman Reed, is last year is when this came forth, earlier last year, or was it the end of the year before? And we haven't had an attorney to look at all of this to make that informed decision? They didn't get this information prior to this meeting here?
The planned unit development, there was some changes made of project T, I believe. And that planned unit development changed some of the language as to what a planned development.
In the zoning and,
Yeah.
okay.
Previously, it was 5 point something acres.
Yes. So, and this is a reuse of an existing property.
Yeah.
So basically, what we're looking at here is, are we required to make the change before we can approve the site plan?
Okay, well, while we're discussing it though, I hope that the owner, the developer is aware that, one, we want always the public to have access to the lake, and that there may be a boardwalk coming along that area in the near future, I pray, to even beautify it more, so I just want to put it out.
So, are you willing to withdraw your application at this time?
Yes, I get, with conversation about this boardwalk, was that something that, where's that coming from?
It was just something that was in the works when when the Brownfield Authority Board ran the boardwalk down by Fisherman Park, and there was talk about one day hoping, if we got the funding, to run it all the way down to Yarborough.
Okay. However, that's not what's on the agenda.
I know,
Yeah.
just a question.
Would a motion be in order?
Yes.
All right, I would move to enter withdrawal. And we'll be reviewed by the attorney. Subsequent special.
And the special meeting will be called in a timely manner to come back into the cycle.
So,
Support.
Or the motion was made by, this man got so many hats in, I don't know.
But the label.
Acting city manager, and it was supported by Commissioner Adams.
Yes.
Okay, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Hensel,
Yes.
Commissioner Marshall,
Yes.
Manager Little,
yes.
Commissioner Adams,
Yes.
Commissioner Archibald,
Yes.
Chairman Reed.
Yes,
Motion carried.
okay. Old business, Commissioner Bell called in excuse. At this time, any commissioners have any comments they would like to make?
Do we have any updates on Project T or Corner of Wall Street? Updates on Project T or Corner of Wall Street?
Last evening, the city commission approved a closing date on the principal portion, 906 Hagar. That closing date was moved to September 15th. They extended an option on the other piece of it that's affected by the contamination. We are still working with the Habitat River group concerning possible brownfield financing to it. There's some issues that we're trying to work out. Corner of Wall Street is currently engaged with our engineering people at Avonmarsh regarding the sufficiency of the stormwater plan that is being developed for that, and whether or not the city's existing stormwater sewers are adequate to handle the runoff. That's what they're working on right now. So things are moving ahead.
I think that was one of the contingencies that we asked for. So thanks for updating.
Any additional comments like that? Hearing none, I make a motion that we adjourn. What? I made the motion.
One more question. We have one
Oh,
more.
I'm sorry.
There was one thing I meant to mention before we close, and it relates to it's an offshoot of the Brownfield thing. You may be aware that Act 381 passed this past year, which enables Brownfield to engage in financing of housing development. We are currently working on putting together the package of requirements to try to make that mechanism accessible to small developers like residents in the community that want to do 4 or more housing units. And they've got some equity put into it themselves and so forth. We want to outline a process that will apply equally to everybody who approaches with plans to do that kind of thing, so that everybody understands what's required and there's a smooth process for us to enable them to take advantage of it and receive participation through the Brownfield plan. I'd mention that because part of that is going to entail them touching base with our building department beforehand to look at what they have in mind and make sure that it makes sense and that it's workable. In some instances, it could even have a zoning issue that you may want to hear from them beforehand or whatnot. But we're trying to make a smooth throughput process that's equally applicable to everybody that applies.
I want to add something to, well, actually a question, or just a statement actually, because we need to keep in mind also that the state itself is doing exactly that. Not only plumbing and electrical, but other home repairs and all that as well. So I think the Brown should be focusing on some new structure.
And one of the things we hope to accomplish by setting up this throughput process that would entail also touching base with our planning and code enforcement, our code enforcement unit, is to avoid the situation we had last night with a lady talking about, drywall and stuff was installed and they can't do the inspection with it up, which is something that if they talk with somebody in advance and continue to, would have been avoided.
I'm not sure. Can I make a statement? I heard that when I went back and listened to it, and this young lady came forth before, and there was some confusion because the city of Ben Harbor had purchased property from the foreclosure list. Mind you, I have a cousin over on Wakanda that I drop off all the time and pick up, taking care of business, and all the mailboxes are out on the street. Are we even talking about a house that's in Benton Harbor? Because it seems like it's in the township.
This is a conversation we
Can we get a map? We're zoning, so can we get a map? A map that makes sense to, no, that's small.
No,
That's
there,
small. We're talking about something digital, that the community can go up to and touch down by the water department. There's a big screen down there. It should be utilized.
We have one on our website.
Okay, but everybody doesn't have.
Or you could go to Beacon and just put in the address.
I mean, I already know, I'm talking about making things accessible to our constituents.
The Ben Harbor Public Library has free computers that are available to anybody and people who will help them do that work. So it's a free service to residents and just area people. You don't have to be a resident to go in and ask for information.
If a motion is in order to adjourn,
Support.
I would like to make the motion.
Support.
The motion is made by, Howard and supported by Commissioner Adams. Call the roll.
Commissioner Adams,
Yes.
Commissioner Archibald,
Yes.
Commissioner Hensel,
Yes?
Commissioner Marshall,
Yes.
Manager Little,
Yes.
Chairman Reed.
Yes.
Motion carried.